In problem 6, we want to derive the long-run aggregate supply curve and the short-run aggregate supply curve. So we're going to go to my teaching webpage under MBA 620 and download short-run aggregate supply and long-run aggregate supply, and I have it right here. So going back to Cengage now, we're going to copy these numbers into Excel. Capital is valued at $1.613 trillion. Resources are valued at $1.886 trillion. Technology is 0.846%. And the size of the labor force is 144.386 million. Potential output is shown down here. All it is the square root of K times R times L. That square root multiplied by 0.846. And then you'd get $17.731 trillion. To get the initial short-run aggregate supply curve, we got to plug these values and the slope into this equation. And my spreadsheet down here does it automatically. The wage rate is $10.120 thousand per month. The price of other production inputs is $6.470 thousand per month. The supply side tax rate is 5.770%. And the slope is 1. So the intercept of short-run aggregate supply to 3 decimal places is 4.630. To ensure that I'm doing the rounding correctly, I'm going to reduce the number of decimal places for these two values to 3 by clicking on home, the number, and then lowering this to 3. Hit OK. So my short-run aggregate supply intercept is 4.630. And the slope was 1. But if you look at the potential output, it's only 17.730, not 17.731. So I'm going to change that. Later in part A, we're supposed to print and label short aggregate supply and long-run aggregate supply. Well, the price level goes up here, PL. Real GDP goes down here, Y. This is long-run aggregate supply because the value of potential output is $17.730 trillion. This is short-run aggregate supply because the short-run aggregate supply curve is upward sloping. So I'm going to label this SRAS. I'm going to label this LRAS. Next, suppose the supply side tax rate is lowered to 3.9, but this fiscal policy sunsets in 2 years. Because it sunsets in 2 years, there will be no effect on long-run aggregate supply because it's going to return to its previous level of 5.77%. So long-run aggregate supply is not going to be affected by this, but there'll be a temporary effect on short-run aggregate supply. And we'll see that when we copy this new supply side tax rate into the Excel spreadsheet down here. When I hit enter, you'll see the intercept of short-run aggregate supply change, but not long-run aggregate supply. So the new short-run aggregate supply intercept is 2.850. The slope is still 1, and potential output is still 17.730. In the diagram down here, we went from the initial black short run aggregate supply curve down to the next short run aggregate supply curve. So when the supply side tax rate was lowered to 3.99%, the marginal cost of production went down and aggregate supply in the short run increased. Next, the nominal wage rate falls to $8,350 per month. So we're going to copy this and paste it into our spreadsheet down here. So the nominal wage rate went from $10,120 to $8,350. Again, this is only going to have a short run effect on aggregate supply. There isn't going to be a long run aggregate supply effect. And you're going to see that when the intercept changes of the short run aggregate supply curve, but nothing happens to potential output when I hit enter. So short run aggregate supply's intercept falls to 1.080. The slope is still 1, and potential output is still 17.730. The supply side tax rate cut resulted in the red short run aggregate supply curve. The decline in the nominal wage rate shifted short run aggregate supply further down. The marginal cost for production falls after wages fall, which increases short run aggregate supply even more. Meanwhile, long run aggregate supply is stationary because potential output is not affected by nominal changes to wages. Next, suppose the nominal prices of other production inputs falls to $4.1 thousand. We're going to replace P, which equals $6.47 thousand per month, with $4.1 thousand per month. When I hit enter, only the intercept of short run aggregate supply will change. Potential output will not change. So the new intercept of short run aggregate supply after the fall in the prices of other production inputs is negative 1.290. The slope is still 1, and potential output is $17.730 trillion. In the diagram here, the blue short run aggregate supply curve resulted from a reduction in the supply side tax rate, and then that was followed up by a decline in the nominal wage rate. After the prices of other production inputs falls to $4.1 thousand, short run aggregate supply shifts from blue down to black. So when the price of other production inputs declines, the marginal cost goes down, short run aggregate supply increases. However, the decline in the prices of other production inputs has no effect on long run aggregate supply in the short run. Next, suppose immigration policy results in 10.626 million new workers immigrating into the economy. Now, because this increases the size of the labor force, this effect will raise potential output. And because it raises potential output, both long-run aggregate supply and short-run aggregate supply will shift to the right by the same amount. To see this, we're going to copy the 10.626 million new workers into our spreadsheet. After I double-click on the labor force box, I'm going to hit equals. Then I'm going to copy the increase into the cell. I'm going to follow that up with plus. So the labor force was 144.386. With the addition of 10.626 million workers, there are now 155.012 million workers. So the intercept declines to negative 1.931. It was a negative 1.290. Potential output was 17.730. It is now 18.371. The slope does not change. It is still 1. In the diagram down here, you can see that both long-run aggregate supply and short-run aggregate supply shifted to the right by the same amounts as a result of more liberal immigration policies. Next, suppose now physical capital increases to $1.831 trillion. An increase in physical capital increases potential output. Thus, both long-run aggregate supply and short-run aggregate supply shift to the right by the same amounts. In other words, an increase in physical capital increases long-run and short-run aggregate supply. To see that, we're going to copy this into our spreadsheet. So down here, physical capital will increase from 1.613 to 1.831. The new intercept of short-run aggregate supply is negative 3.133. Potential output is now 19.573, and the slope is still 1. So the increase in physical capital to 1.831 shifts long-run aggregate supply to the right by the same amount it shifts short-run aggregate supply to the right. The result of the additional physical capital leads to a discovery of $0.172 trillion in new resources. Because resources increase, potential output increases, and that increases long-run and short-run aggregate supply. To see that, we're going to copy this increase in resources into the Excel spreadsheet. Because it's an increase in resources, we're going to add it to the previous level of resources. To do that, we got to put an equal sign in front of the previous level of resources, $1.886 trillion. With the increase of $0.172 trillion in resources, the new resource level for the economy is $2.058 trillion. Short aggregate supply's new intercept is negative 4.007. The slope is still 1. Potential output is now 20.447. The increase in resources shifts both long-run aggregate supply and short-run aggregate supply to the right. In other words, the increase in resources increases long-run aggregate supply and short-run aggregate supply. Finally, technology increases to 0.44%. Because technology increases potential output, both long-run aggregate supply and short-run aggregate supply will shift to the right by the same amounts. In other words, the increase in technology increases long-run aggregate supply and short-run aggregate supply. To see that, we're going to copy the new technology level of 0.944 into the Excel spreadsheet. So we're going to erase the previous technology level and replace it with the new technology level of 0.944%. When we hit enter, the intercept of short aggregate supply is going to decline even more, while potential output increases. The new intercept of short aggregate supply is negative 6.375. The slope is still 1. Potential output is $22.815 trillion. In the diagram below, you can see the effect of an increase in technology. It increases long-run aggregate supply to the green vertical line and increases short-run aggregate supply from the purple upward sloping line to the green upward sloping line. Long-run aggregate supply does not increase when the supply side tax rate is cut, because the change in fiscal policy is not permanent. Long-run aggregate supply does not increase when the nominal wage rate or nominal price of other production input falls. Short-run aggregate supply increases when the nominal wage rate, nominal price of other production inputs, or supply side tax rate declines. Long run aggregate supply shifts to the right after a long run production factor increases potential output. Long run aggregate supply and short run aggregate supply shift to the right by the same amounts after a long run production factor increases. Now we're going to check my work and we should get everything correct. And it looks like we got everything correct.